Hello, my water signs. Welcome to your weekly energy update. And we're going to be looking at the week of January 9th to January 16th. But of course, these videos are timeless. So if your intuition brought you here, I would still watch it because I'm sure there are messages for you. If you are watching it between that time frame, the day that I want to talk about is actually the day after that little date range that I provided, which is January 17th, because it brings in the Cancer full moon. And of course, you being water signs, you understand that the moon is always full of beautiful emotional energy, or at least exaggerated emotions around the full moon. And with it being a Cancer full moon, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, it's even more exaggerated energy. So it is definitely going to influence our week that is coming up that this reading is about. I did create videos for each of the zodiac signs around that one, which I'll link at the end of the video here. So if you want to check that out, just to see what other energies are there, be sure to look at those. And for this week, though, we're going to pull a card here, starting out from this Guardian Angel cards, and to see what your guardian angel has to say to you for this week. One more time here. All right, so for our water signs, what do you have for them this week? Okay, nope, none of those. Okay. There we go. I know, shuffling heart cards is challenging, right? It's like love in life. I love the imagery on these, though. And you've got prayer. So you have a prayer card here. And it says, "Dear Guardian Angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation." Beautiful. And I really, of course, beautiful messages within that prayer. But the message for the prayer itself is that you are never alone, that you have the ability to reach out to those beings of unconditional love and light, whatever you believe those are, Creator, Holy Spirit, your guardian angels and spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe, you have that beautiful connection where if we take time away, get away from all the chaos, all the noise, and raise our vibration to one of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, that's the frequency at which all those beings of unconditional love and light speak. We can hear clearly the messages they have for us. We can always talk to them, they can always hear us, but for us to hear them, kind of have to make that little change with all of that as well. I'm also going to pull cards here from the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot and just see what else the Creator you to know about this week. But yeah, definitely you're not alone, and they're asking you to connect to them. They honor your free will. They don't mess with your life. They don't meddle with your life, besides everything you agreed that you wanted to experience before you came down here. But if you ask of your own free will for them to meddle in your life today, bringing you all those experiences that will help you raise your vibration to one of unconditional love, or your experiences of unconditional love, ask them for answers and synchronicities, they will answer you. So I love that they're have this invitation for you this week, especially with that Cancer full moon that has so much energy. The veil is very thin, where you can really tune in and you really hear very clearly. So, all right, what else for our water signs for this week? Okay, there we go. So, we'll start off with these three. And I love that the first one is the Eight of Wands, because Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, but it's your spiritual energy too. And for me, this is a huge card of, these are all these messages of spirit coming in to you this week. So it's definitely, they're coming fast, they're coming furious, and they're very much wanting to talk with you. So this is this message that we were talking about. Be aware, there are major messages all around you, whether it's in the physical world, where you like see a license plate or hear a song or get a junk email that has a special subject line, or you overhear conversations, or whatever it may be. You're going to be getting these messages from the outside world. You also will get messages of the heart. So you're just going to get these emotional messages, where you might just get this flood of feeling love, this joy that floods in. You'll just know that it's from spirit, because it'll come in like a wave for no reason at all. And also into your mind, which this King of Swords here is all about, because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And I really feel like they wanted this to be specifically mentioned. One, because you will just get this knowledge and this wisdom and these answers dropped into your head by spirit. So if you're asking them for something or an answer and you don't know, what to do about it, when you open up and all of a sudden, it's just like this solution drops into your head and go, oh yeah, I can do that, which is beautiful. The other thing about it is, like, if you have loved ones that you're not thinking about that have passed, and you're not thinking about them at all, and suddenly this memory pops into your head where you remember this situation with them, that's them touching that memory to let you know that they are with you, and they have always been with you, of course, since the moment they left their physical body. They've been by your side since that millisecond up to this moment, and they've never left your side. But this is a reminder for them, when they do that, that they are with you and that you are not alone. The other thing that the King of Swords is bringing in is, because they have this Ace of Swords here, and when they wield this is the powerful Ace of Swords that brings you the awareness of capital T truths. And the capital T truths are the truths of the spirit world. They are not the small t truths of our human side, which is, usually rooted in fear, control, wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel lovable, blah, blah, blah. All those expectations of the should be, the supposed to be, the need to be, the have to be, and all that fun experiences that we have that create those beautiful, uncomfortable emotions of fear, which, depression, sadness, betrayal, anger, all those ones that feel so heavy, they bring us that. Those are the small t truths. The capital T truths make you feel light, bring this love in, bring in all these beautiful messages from above. Which one of the big ones here, that the capital T truths, is the Chariot card, which is all about our power of choice. That within any situation that happens in our life, we are the ones that get to choose the story that we apply to it. We're the ones that get to choose the emotion that we're going to feel during that situation, whether it's an extreme emotion of fear or an extreme emotion of unconditional love. We get to choose. And I know sometimes it feels like I'm not making a choice. This happens, this is how I feel. This happens, and this is what it, what I feel it means, because it's what it's supposed to mean. And that's because we were conditioned so early in our lives around that situation that we were taught the popular opinion or the opinion of a people in authority over us, where when this happens, this is what it means. When this happens, this is what you're supposed to feel, what you should feel, what you need to feel, what you have to feel, what you must feel. Those are all those expectations. And because they were so reinforced in our lives, they became our habit. They became our reaction. But if you could slow down time, you could see that exact moment when the decision was made. And it's beautiful, because this truth that's coming in for you this week allows you to understand that you get to slow down, take a deep breath, have a pause when you feel that fear rising. A lot of deep breaths in through the nose, hold it, breathe out through your mouth, and repeat that as much time as you need to have this calm return back to you, then you can make a conscious choice of what story you want to apply to the situation and what emotion you want to feel. Even if you choose an emotion and choose a story, they say like 90 seconds later, you have the opportunity, your body has finished processing that emotion, you can choose a new one. So even if you go, oops, I fell into the old story, I fell into the old emotion, you can change that. You don't have to go, oh, well, I got to feel that forever now. You get to change that if you want to. So I love this awareness that comes here for you, because in that prayer card, it did mention about being flexible in your attitudes and your beliefs, remembering the eternal light that emanates from your soul, from your heart, and from the heart of every living being, that you are eternally loved and guided by the Creator and all of that. And so when you receive these messages of love from above, it allows you to connect to that higher place. All right, so let me just see, anything else you wanted to add to that here? Make it really obvious. Okay. These two. Yeah. So definitely seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from up above, hanging down below. You can see his head is all enlightened here. And this represents like the myth behind the card is like Odin, who was like the king of the gods back in the myths, was he hung himself from the tree of knowledge, and he even sacrificed one of his physical eyes to be able to see the wisdom in the higher truths, these capital T truths, from the universe, from creation. And so this is definitely about taking the time to see things from this new higher perspective, really seek after capital T truths, and realize that any belief that you have in the physical realm from the human side can have been influenced by fear and by control and by wanting to feel safe. And when you sit in this love from above, knowing that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator, nothing you can do to lose it, then you can sit in peace and you can really look at things and go, is that really true? And do I need to care if that's true or not? Or is there a higher truth that I could focus my energy on? And they're bringing back to my memory here, because if I ever get into any kind of spiritual discussion with anyone and someone is like, well, this is what I believe, and I'm like, okay, I can try to battle and try to prove that my small t truth is more truer than their small t truth, and they will do the same. Or one of the beautiful responses that has come in my life is that, you know what, I'm not sure. All I know for sure is that I want to seek after unconditional love. And once I find that, then I will move on to the next thing. But right now, I can't comprehend what else there could be besides that. And that is what this is about, is this doing away with all that energy you're putting into small t truths and connecting to these higher truths outside of the human existence. Yeah. Then you have the Three of Cups. This represents like joy and celebration. Cups are our emotions. But it has a special message for me from Spirit because of a reading I did a long time ago. This represents our posse on the other side. So to end the message there, yes, you are never alone. You are surrounded by a great host of beings of unconditional love and light that wants you to communicate with them, that are constantly giving you love and support around you. And they are making themselves very known here this week with this thin veil between this world and the heavenly realm. And just take the time to talk with them. There's no fear that you have to have. There's no judgment from them. They have zero conditions of the love they have for you. And they see your heart. They see your mind. They see your life. They're able to experience on the other side every emotion, every thought, every decision, every moment of our lives, and they're in awe of our journey. When people pass, whenever I have them come through in a reading and talk to their loved ones, they are in such awe of their loved ones because, having experienced that from the human side, the limited awareness of what they're perceiving someone's going through, and why did they make that decision? Why are they acting that way? Why do they feel that way? Blah, 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 blah. We have a very limited perception of an individual. But when we disconnect from our bodies, when we pass and let our existence as the human dissipate here, we connect again to our higher self, to this beautiful, amazing being that we are. And in that instant, not only can we see every decision we've made and every emotion we felt and everything else, we get to experience every single one of our loved ones from that newer perspective, where we get to see every emotion that anyone has ever had in our lives, every thought that they've had, every experience that they've gone through from birth, even from conception when they were in the womb, all the way up until they pass away in this lifetime. We get to see, because we're not bound by time or space, we get to see it all. Of course, they don't share with us things that are beyond the present moment to the future, because they don't want to cheat us out of an experience by spilling the beans. They're like, yeah, that's like why we honor free will and why we honor those things, because we don't want to know everything, because that spoils the adventure for us if we knew everything that was going to happen. But just know that every single one of those beings, like I said, your guardian angels and your spirit guides and your loved ones that lived with you here on the other side, your ancestors, the Creator, Spirit, Holy Spirit, whatever you believe, those beings of light and love are, they are around you, they love you, they support you, and they want to talk with you. So reach out and you'll get answers. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know that in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings by each zodiac sign, new moon, full moon readings, and a variety of other readings. And of course, I also did a new year reading, like a little sneak peek into 2022. So I'll have that linked here, and a lot of those videos linked here in just a moment. But if you're enjoying these videos, and if you want to be notified of when these new videos come out so you don't miss a thing, if you give this video a little like and you click the subscribe button and the notification bell, this will allow you, one, to be notified when new videos come out, but also helps you share the love, because when you like this video, it just helps the YouTube algorithm share this video with other people as a recommended or suggested video. I never have any expectations that you do that, but if you feel so inclined, I would greatly appreciate that. All right, all my dears, just know that as you're going through your life, each and every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.